Greetings and welcome to the State of the Clinic. I'm honored to present this address on behalf of the best team in healthcare. What makes us so proud is our caregivers and the care we provide at Cleveland Clinic. Our model has endured for generations, a global team centered around the patient, impacting as many lives as possible. We follow a noble mission: caring for life, researching for health, educating those who serve. Our vision is bold: to become the best place to receive care and the best place to work in healthcare. We strive for excellence because that is what patients need from us. Each day is an opportunity to prove the art of the possible by improving care delivery. Around the world, healthcare is struggling with limited access, too few caregivers, and unsustainable costs. While these are not new challenges, they demand innovative solutions, including powerful technologies. With today's artificial intelligence, care can be delivered affordably to more people at a greater scale. Combined with better integration of health systems, we have many reasons to be optimistic about the future. Cleveland Clinic is a model of what healthcare could become. We deliver the most sophisticated care worldwide, completing nearly 16 million patient encounters last year. Our organization is growing, powered by 83,000 caregivers. For our size and complexity, we remain nimble and disciplined. Our ability to solve challenges as they accelerate stems from teamwork and shared values. Together, let us reflect on the progress we have made over the past year.
Cleveland Clinic has yet again been recognized as one of the best hospitals in the world for the 7th year in a row.
Newsweek also named Cleveland Clinic the second smartest hospital in the world for artificial intelligence, telemedicine, and robotics.
Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital earned national recognition in 11 specialties.
It's an amazing place to work. Opportunities and resources that the Cleveland Clinic can provide is like no other.
Research in healthcare is always of benefit to society, to help people to live longer, healthier lives.
Governor Mike DeWine is set to visit Cleveland Clinic, where he is expected to present the hospital with over $1 million for pediatric cancer research.
Cleveland Clinic unveiled groundbreaking research about gene therapy that could potentially shut off the cholesterol gene. Genetics could play a role in losing weight. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic studied a gene called neurobiчин using a score system.
Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi performed the first robotic lung transplant in the Gulf region.
Cleveland Clinic held its inaugural Women's Health Forum.
This center is revolutionary. Every single person in this room is part of that.
Cleveland Clinic and Miami University have announced a partnership to advance education in quantum computing.
The education opportunities are just endless.
You feel very, very prepared. You have access to this network where you will get any opportunity that you seek out.
The heart of Cleveland Clinic is the communities that we serve. We want to make an impact in people's lives.
Cleveland Clinic opens its new community pharmacy at South Point Hospital in Warrensville Heights.
Cleveland Clinic's continued support of the Lead Safe Childcare pilot has helped protect more than 350 children to date.
The new expansion will allow the Cleveland Clinic and its partners to continue to offer life-saving care for Northeast Ohio women. A special ribbon-cutting ceremony was held today to mark the completion of a new addiction recovery facility at the Hitchcock Center for Women.
We're laser-focused on quality, safety, cost to support our delivery of care and provide a healing environment.
The new 150,000 square foot Jeffrey and Patricia Cole Pavilion at Cole Eye Institute opened in February with an enhanced patient experience and advanced treatment for complex eye conditions.
Cleveland Clinic Canada is part of a revolutionary virtual healthcare collaboration, integrating virtual medical care with mental health and employee assistance services.
Our commitment to expanding care across Florida continues, with our plans to build a new inpatient hospital and expand outpatient care in Palm Beach.
Cleveland Clinic London will expand clinical services with a new cancer treatment centre.
Congratulations to our team at Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi. Phenomenal progress in the last 10 years is unprecedented.
Philanthropy is so important to what we do. It's the match that strikes the fire.
The Keep Memory Alive Power of Love Gala serves as a platform to raise money for the Cleveland Clinic Lou Ruvo Center for Brain Health.
Bike to Cure weekend is here. We're talking 2,700 plus riders, more than 950 volunteers, one unstoppable movement, and 100% just for the cure.
Cleveland Clinic is definitely special for me. They cared for me, they loved me.
At the end of the day, I am grateful that I am here. I sleep well knowing who's taking care of me.
Transformation has become a permanent feature of healthcare. From reimbursement to federal policy, the environment around us is always evolving. Today, policymakers are inviting Cleveland Clinic to give input on transforming care. It is due to our reputation and model, which could be scaled up to benefit more patients. For example, we could assist smaller hospitals across a larger region by leveraging our strengths in coordinated care and technology. But this opportunity is earned. To continue leading, we must first demonstrate that excellence can be reproduced at every location and with every patient we serve. Our passion for patient care is constant. I want to thank all caregivers for each life you touch, with compassion, dignity, and service that cannot be found anywhere else. The uniqueness of our care deserves frequent reminders. Here's an example close to my heart. My goddaughter, Anna, lives in Croatia, but she's a Cleveland Clinic baby. At a young age, she was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis, a disease that causes tumors. Eventually, her condition worsened and could no longer be managed. When she was airlifted to Cleveland Clinic, a team was assembled. Imaging was conducted. A plan of care was created, and within 36 hours, Anna's life was saved. Her neurologist from Croatia, who traveled with her, said to me, "I thought something like this only existed on Netflix." Many of our patients have similar outcomes and experiences, whether in the United States, London, Toronto, or Abu Dhabi. However, the best of Cleveland Clinic care cannot just be episodic. It needs to be consistent. And last year, we made modest progress on the core tenets of care delivery: safety, quality, and patient experience. The data shows there is remaining variation in performance across our health system. Some of our hospitals are among the top 10% in the nation. Others fall below average. While no rating system is perfect, these signals should not be ignored. Every patient who enters any Cleveland Clinic location must know what to expect. This means adhering to best practices and defining standards where none exist. As a team, we need to get better at documentation, medication safety, preventing harm, and building trust. The optimal remedy is continuous improvement. This year, each hospital will select focus areas based on its greatest opportunities, combining a local approach with proven enterprise tools. The Cleveland Clinic Way combines our disciplined operations with lean methods to standardize care. This new collection of practices will guide us to deliver the highest possible quality and best experience of patient care anywhere. Our hospitals in Abu Dhabi and London have already been recognized for providing the best care in their respective countries. In the United States, 5 Cleveland Clinic hospitals are in the top tier of care delivery nationwide. Let us check in with those teams from Ohio and Florida who continue to set new standards at Cleveland Clinic.
As Cleveland Clinic, quality, safety, and patient experience is core to everything we do.
What we've realized is if you're not improving, you're falling behind. So we always have to figure out ways we can get better at everything.
Nurse leader rounding, it's not a new concept. What has made it different in the Florida market is that we've standardized the approach. Our nurse leaders ask the standardized question, record the responses so that we can map in real time how often are we doing the nurse leader roundings. What are some of the things that our nurses are discovering on the front line? By asking those right questions, it allows patients to be able to share more than they normally would, to be able to get things resolved quicker.
One of the areas we are challenged here at Fairview Hospital is our readmission rate. A lot of our patients don't have assigned primary care physicians, so we actually have an embedded neighborhood family practice liaison here who not only gets them appointments, but the show rate, which used to be about 10%, is now almost 60%. We're now engaged with the City of Lakewood. They have a community paramedicine program. And we know the list of patients in Lakewood that get readmitted. So when they get discharged, we have the paramedics go out within 24 hours and then within 72 hours and follow up and see what the problems are at their home.
There's such a tremendous volume and a demand for our services here. We had huge amounts of patients sitting in the ED, not being able to get into the hospital beds, and patients literally sitting in surgery, not being able to get out to floors. The command center put in place the right people to be able to immediately react in real time to what was happening operationally.
We have 23 patients in a bed right now. That's leaving us with one open bed.
How many patients do we have in the ED? How many patients do we have coming out of surgery? And how do we efficiently move those patients? And it has resulted in patients coming in through the ED have almost the same patient experience scores as our patients that are being directly admitted. That is a huge feat for every organization.
As far as Lutheran is concerned, they were like in the 60th percentile of patient-centeredness. Now they're the 88th percentile in just a very short period of time. They got onto the floors and they did camp around and they showed each unit their numbers. They went back the next month and looked at the numbers again. And they had great visual management boards. So you can see all the numbers as you walk by. It's really taken it to a new level.
Our teams have learned to trust each other, to speak up. It's really accelerated the fact that we can become safer as a system. Everybody wants to be a part of a high-performing team, to come to work and feel safe and provide safe care.
I think really that is the North Star. If we're the best at taking care of patients as far as quality, everything else will follow.
What makes Cleveland Clinic different is our caregivers. There is a purity of dedication and mission in our people that I have not witnessed anywhere else. We work in hundreds of locations across states, borders, and oceans, and yet we are one team. Together, we choose to be there for others in their time of need, even as the pressures of delivering care fall upon us. Last year, caregiver engagement remained high and held firm. In our results, satisfied teams praise the meaning of their work, a sense of feeling cared about, and good management. The opportunities show a similar connection: job stress, sufficient staffing, and mutual respect. After serving with you for 2 decades, I have learned basic truths. Our work is demanding, everyone is passionate, and we always try to make things better. Some of us remember the days before electronic records, when patient files were stored on paper. We did not even have the tools to reliably communicate as teams. Things have come a long way, and we will go even further. But the reality is, as care advances, life will continue to bring us new challenges. Having trust in each other is the only way to make steady progress. Our approach to workplace violence is a powerful example. Cleveland Clinic has treated this crisis with urgency, and caregivers no longer accept violence as part of working in healthcare. We invested in security and training to protect us. Reporting is up, escalation is being caught sooner, and injuries are declining. Recently, we partnered with civic leaders to enforce greater consequences in support of caregiver safety. As the delivery of care evolves, so will our roles. The scope and practice of jobs today did not exist 50 years ago. We cannot imagine what they will look like in the future. What is certain is that Cleveland Clinic will embrace technology to remain a leader in healthcare. Our culture advances with us. While we stay true to our mission, Cleveland Clinic's values evolve with the changes in healthcare. By seeking your input, we have refreshed our values to be timeless, contemporary, and reflective of all caregivers. I am proud to share them today. serve with heart, succeed as one team, shape the future. Over the past year, numerous caregivers shared what keeps them motivated to learn, grow, and serve in healthcare. We call it the power of purpose. Here's a story about a caregiver who reinvented her career and the compelling reason why.
I started in 2015. I was a patient service specialist in endocrinology. You really get to see how medicine impacts people's lives and how everybody has a story. After 5 years, I wanted to do something more. Both my parents were in the military and were military police officers. So I said, well, next best thing is, let me try policing. I can reach more patients than just here in endocrine. I said, I can reach them anywhere I walk. And so I went to the academy right before COVID in 2019. I did 18-hour days, work, academy. I didn't have any days off. I lost my dad during COVID while I was doing this. I sacrificed something. And now, 5 years after that, I'm the newly appointed corporal. Cleveland Clinic allowed me to grow. I had that support. Part of being Cleveland Clinic Police Department CCPD is that we're 24-hour police presence. That key word of presence is being there, being visible. My goal is to walk those hallways and not be, why are the police here? Because that means there's something wrong. My goal is to walk the halls and, oh, it's Officer Delaney. That's just police. That's what they do. Don't mind them. They're here for us. That is considered policing, being part of the community. And Cleveland Clinic is our community. It's an honorable job to come to work every day. My dad always said, if you're gonna want something, you have to sacrifice for it. And so that's why I keep coming back, because I worked for it. My purpose is just to do better than I did the day before. My purpose is to support people. If you just do the best you can, it will come back on you. And the thing is just to grow and learn, and that's all you can do.
21 years ago, on the day of my job interview, my guide asked me to wait in a skyway as he escorted a lost patient. While I ended up being late for the interview, my first impression was that patients come first at Cleveland Clinic. When you strip away the distractions that often motivate us in healthcare, you begin to understand the real meaning of caring for someone's life. I believe our organization comes closer than any other to that ideal. Like discovering your first love, you only recognize it when you find it. And that is how I found my way here with all of you. Cleveland Clinic is known worldwide as a beacon of advanced care. What is less understood is how we fulfill our responsibilities to the communities we serve. Our mission requires a deep foundation in both. Over the past 3 years, we have confronted hunger because food is medicine. Getting nutrition to those in need is part of the care we provide. We have opened more food pantries in Northeast Ohio, formed partnerships to deliver groceries to children and parents, and supported free produce in Morton County. Most recently, Cleveland Clinic donated $2 million to food banks across Ohio, Florida, and Nevada. Lead poisoning delays the development of children in Cleveland. Our donations support the removal of lead hazards from homes and child care centers. As a community, we must continue this important work until every child lives in a safe environment. Cleveland Clinic invests in maternal and infant health. Near our main campus, we made the initial gift to the Hitchcock Center for Women, a facility dedicated to recovery and family stability. It has since been renovated, adding more than 50 apartments. These combined efforts show that we can build a healthy community together. For all ages, access to mental health care is an urgent need. These services are undersized and at risk of disappearing because they are unprofitable. As the largest mental health provider in the state of Ohio, Cleveland Clinic is committed to sustaining necessary care. Beyond these programs is the societal value of our community benefit. Cleveland Clinic is a leading provider of Medicaid services. We cover nearly $1 billion in shortfall and financial assistance for patients annually. Research and education benefits all humanity. Our innovations, such as coronary angiography and bypass surgery, have saved countless lives in our communities and around the world. We have created an academic platform built on philanthropy and partnership to groom clinicians and scientists while retaining them locally. Cleveland Clinic is also the largest employer in Ohio and many communities we serve. There is no greater guarantee of health than employment at the organization with the best healthcare coverage in the country. This next story is about our participation in a program to help local youth find a place on our team.
You want to be able to go to work, enjoy what you're doing, and find that purpose.
It's the same for individuals with disabilities. They should also have the same opportunity to create a life.
If people are given a chance, it's endless what their possibilities are.
There is a place for everyone here at the Cleveland Clinic, and the Cleveland Clinic provides that opportunity to our Project Search interns every year.
Project Search is a program for students with disabilities that come from various schools from the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. They come here to do a one-year internship in their final year of high school.
In the classroom, we're doing time management tasks, problem solving, interviewing, applications. Today, we are going to talk about how the choices we make with money say a lot about what we value. They do 3 internships, so they get the freedom to explore their interests because there's such a variety of opportunities here.
I work at a dining department. It is an amazing opportunity and also teaches so much more about responsibility and about work-life environment.
At the commencement, at the end of the year, it's heartwarming to see the parents and the joy that brings.
They can take skills that they've learned here and they can really have success.
If you graduate, you can get a job. Now I'm getting paid. I get to meet new people.
Our goal is to retain 100%. If they want to stay, we want to be able to find a position for them.
That's where the opportunity really lies. It's a springboard for the rest of their lives.
What I really want people to know is that every intern here is trying really hard. They want to work here and they want to have an impact that they can see.
I'm excited to learn more about the Cleveland Clinic and to learn so much more.
Project Search impacts the work environment for everybody. It allows us to remember all the good that people can bring.
I would say to my friends at Project Search, your work has mattered, your presence has mattered. You've made us better people and you've made the clinic a better hospital.
Serving more patients in more places is what sustains Cleveland Clinic. Today, every hospital in America is being asked to achieve a higher standard, provide better care at a lower cost to the largest number of patients possible. This expectation will continue indefinitely, and everyone is searching for a solution. It reminds me of one of my favorite books, The Leopard, which says, if we want things to stay as they are, things will have to change. In other words, for healthcare to prosper, the way it is structured needs to be different. We expect that in the future, there will be fewer standalone hospitals and many larger systems like Cleveland Clinic. Integrated systems offer predictability for patients, caregivers, and communities. They are better equipped to balance these priorities while being sustainable. Our resilience is an example. Last year, we performed better than our budget, generating $18 billion in operating revenue and an operating margin that exceeded 4%. Good performance gives us resources to reinvest in the entirety of our mission. It reflects the trust we have built with patients, the hard work of our caregivers, and the stewardship of Cleveland Clinic. The groundwork for our progress was laid years ago when we reorganized under a new operating model. This platform allows us to function sustainably as one team across all geographies with more uniform care. We will never stop searching for opportunities to sustain our mission. Let us continue to innovate while being disciplined. If each of us found a way to get 1% better every day, there's no telling how strong we could become. Being persistent is how we have built the future of healthcare since 1921. Every life deserves access to the best treatments available. Cleveland Clinic will continue to grow across regions, markets, and specialties. It is time to check in on the most exciting projects around our system. In Ohio, updates to COLI are complete thanks to a transformative gift, setting the new standard for eye care and research. Our neurological building is now fully enclosed, with the first patient expected in January next year. Construction on the Innovation District will be completed in the first quarter, maintaining our position at the forefront of scientific discovery. As we prepare the next iteration of the main campus master plan, we are committed to increasing our capacity to care for the critically ill, which includes pursuing a Level 1 trauma center for adults and children. At Fairview Hospital, we're building a new cancer center and medical office building to open in the second quarter next year, and a parking garage in 2028. In Avon, the Richard E. Jacobs campus expansion is being designed with construction to begin by year's end. In downtown Cleveland, the Global Peak Performance Center, in collaboration with the Cleveland Cavaliers, is set to open in August 2027. In Florida, we're expanding our outpatient capacity and fundraising for a new hospital in West Palm Beach. In Las Vegas, we expanded our presence for the first time with Cleveland Clinic Concierge, a model for primary care. Cleveland Clinic Canada, our first international location, is celebrating 20 years of excellence. Our team will relocate to a larger facility in November. In London, construction is moving along for our new cancer center, with patient care to begin at the end of next year. Finally, Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi has grown into a leading medical center for highly specialized care. We have completed more than 1,000 robotic procedures and dozens of medical firsts in the United Arab Emirates and Middle East region. The second aspect of growth is digital transformation. At Cleveland Clinic, we are reimagining what healthcare could look like by using artificial intelligence to connect and enhance every aspect of care. Picture a single platform that integrates staffing, scheduling, supply chain, and patient care in real time. It would remove daily frustrations so we can focus more on our patients. These are the kind of solutions we are creating. Embracing the future through AI will let us address important challenges in our work, predicting clinical risks, personalizing care for patients, automating paperwork, and supporting caregivers. Only the most well-organized health systems are prepared to use this technology. Last year, we scaled an AI scribe and documented more than 2 million patient encounters. Our core strength will always be delivering care. To build these tools, Cleveland Clinic must form sizable and impactful partnerships. Here's a brief look at some of the solutions we're helping to develop.
Sepsis is a life-threatening medical emergency. It's the leading cause of death in the hospital. We're using AI to help us look at the data, things like vital signs, heart rate, temperature, lab values, imaging, and when it detects something that might be sepsis, it will signal to the provider a flag. It's really the provider and the AI working together to find and take care of sepsis.
Medical coding is extremely time-consuming for our caregivers. Millions of encounters on an annual basis. Applying generative AI technology makes the process quicker and more accurate. It's about our revenue cycle caregivers working top of license, still fully in the loop, validating the output of the generative AI. It ultimately benefits the patient by making sure that their entire hospital encounter is accurate and complete as possible.
In orthopedics, we manage about 700 operating rooms.
I am able to reallocate ORs. It pulls in time away. It highlights white space, red space, adult cases, peds cases. It'll flag me if we have too many surgeons using the robot on a day.
They can see that in one view, all the way to Florida, anywhere in the Ohio market.
Our goal is to serve more lives. And this is one of those unique collaborations that will allow us to do that.
At Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, the AI tools in our patient rooms give caregivers time and patients presence, which is the future of healthcare. Virtual nurses connect with patients and care teams through video platforms integrated with the electronic health record. This strengthens engagement and supports a more holistic, patient-centered experience. The virtual whiteboard is a digital display in patient rooms that replaces traditional boards and is fully integrated with the electronic health record. It automatically updates in real time to show key information, eliminating manual updates and reducing errors.
We've done a lot of work with prostate MRI, trying to come up with the more appropriate protocols for imaging acquisition. AI actually helps us prepare the prostate MRI images for the biopsy, and those images are overlaid on top of the traditional ultrasound. The AI also helps us identify where the cancer is. We've been very lucky to be the very first site in the United States to use the AI application in clinical practice. Our scans take half of the time because we're using artificial intelligence to enhance the quality. That means we improve patient access and patient comfort. This is giving us an opportunity to embrace a new technology with artificial intelligence, which is now becoming one of the most powerful tools in medicine.
The future of healthcare is no longer science fiction. Let us preview what is coming next at Cleveland Clinic. Together with partners, we are building a global primary care delivery platform. This infrastructure, powered by AI, would reach patients in parts of the world where access to contemporary care does not exist. And through our collaboration with Khosla Ventures, we will serve as a premier clinical partner to validate and scale the latest tools. With creativity and responsibility, our potential to do good is limitless. The holistic nature of our mission compels us to advance care. Other organizations support research, education, and innovation, but the approach across healthcare is virtually the same. This is another opportunity for Cleveland Clinic to be distinct. Let us start with research. Our portfolio is one of the strongest in academic medicine. We made the largest research investment in our history, which doubled capacity. As a global team, we coordinate discovery on 3 continents, and our investments in computational power will unlock solutions to biological and clinical problems. Our Chief Research and Academic Officer shares more about what the future holds.
Cleveland Clinic is focused on the problems that our patients have. So the future for us is always going to be tackling big problems in new ways. We've made one of the largest investments in research in the history of the Cleveland Clinic. And some of that is into computational development, artificial intelligence, quantum computing. And that will definitely allow us to go faster, accelerate our discoveries and development and innovations. And we've focused on 4 areas: cancer, brain and eye, inflammation, and heart disease. We've taken some big swings at things that we want to have an impact on. We're using prediction based upon your genetic material for cancer screening. For instance, your gastric cancer risk profile, your colon cancer risk profile. We're developing precision care in food. One of the things we can do is look at all the nutrients in food and understand how it interacts with your genetic background. Pediatric cancer sciences is one of the areas that we've been very successful at recently. We've launched a clinical trial of vaccines for children with cancer. As a healthcare system to exist in multiple continents around the world, And to do research in those areas, completely unique. Working together allows us to achieve more than in any one site alone. The computational capacities, the opportunity for analyses, the samples, the imaging, our partnerships, the structure of how we do our work. It's all here at the Cleveland Clinic.
With the explosion of new knowledge every year, education needs a lifelong platform. Since 2020, Cleveland Clinic has doubled the number of learners through our programs with 4 million global education encounters annually. We created career tracks for professional staff to pursue their passions as clinicians, educators, and translational researchers. And our collegiate partnerships are growing. With Ohio University, we built a fast track to educate more osteopathic doctors. With Miami University, we are training the next generation in quantum computing. In everything we do, Cleveland Clinic has a vision, not only for what healthcare is, but for what it could become. Each patient is an opportunity to show that care can be connected and accessible. It can be a joy to experience and to practice. And it can stay true to our founding beliefs, no matter how much the environment around us changes. This is not easy work, but it is work that matters. Let us trust in each other as patients trust in our mission. When we succeed as one team, nothing stands in our way of doing good. Here is a patient who reminds us why.
I was 37 years old when I was diagnosed with young onset Parkinson's. We had 2 little ones. Our twins were 9 when I was diagnosed.
When she told us if she had Parkinson's, when I didn't know what that was, I was like, are you gonna die?
It affects speech, it affects eye-hand coordination. People, like, they shake, right? And she got some of these, like, at the start, and then it gets worse as it goes on.
I was thinking that DBS would maybe play its role late 50s, early 60s, and here we are at 42 and 43, and the symptoms are getting worse, and she's taking so much medication that it is really starting to impact Jessa's life and all of us a lot.
I'd be sitting at the kitchen table trying to do work, and I couldn't sit still. And I was just tired of moving all the time. He's told me from the beginning, we're gonna go to the Cleveland Clinic. You want somebody who's doing this type of surgery, deep brain stimulation, every single day.
That really was the decision maker for us, the team, the reputation that the clinic had.
Anyone who gets to the point where they decide to go for DBS, the disease process has prevented them from doing what they love. And for Jessica, being so young, made it important to be able to live her life to the fullest.
Excited now, and I'll probably cry later. Getting wheeled in for brain surgery, I was not scared. Then a couple members of the team started coming over and they introduced themselves. It was very comforting. Everybody knew each other. It was a team, you could tell that they've worked together a lot. I had 3 surgeries. They did this side first, and then they waited 2 weeks. Then they did the other side, waited 1 week, and then all the wires were sitting back here, and then they pulled them down for the 3rd surgery, and then there's a battery pack that's sitting in my chest. It's kind of like a pacemaker for your brain. Today we're at the Cleveland Clinic in Medina. This is my 3rd programming session.
Jessica has the DBS that allows for adaptive stimulation because it actually senses what's going on in the brain. Then it adjusts the stimulation.
The fact that I don't think about it and I'm just doing things normally, it's pretty good, pretty remarkable. Not pretty good, it's really good.
Between her not-for-profit and because of everything she does with her podcast.
It is good to have somebody else asking questions that you're just not thinking of.
It's so much information.
It is a lot.
I see so many patients mention her and how she's affected their life.
She's gonna be such a force to be reckoned with. If she did this much when she was feeling poorly, can you imagine what she's gonna do feeling good?
She has been so happy and just filled with joy, and it's made her more selfless than she ever has been. She just wants to help more and more people.
I just feel good, like all the time. And it just feels good to feel good. I cooked dinner, I think, every day last week and the week before. Just the little things.
It's been incredible. Like, I've never wanted to thank a doctor more before.
I can only imagine all the training and the hours and time it took to get a team to all row in the same direction like they did at the Cleveland Clinic. The team were the best of the best, and that gave me such like a peace of mind and comfort while she was in surgery, knowing she was in great hands.
It never gets old to see a tremor start to go away, to hear, in Jessica's case, oh my gosh, that felt normal. To be a part of a team that took her from here to there, there's nothing like it.
To all our caregivers and friends, thank you again for watching and for your support over the past year. Have a wonderful day.